Hello everybody, my name is John Life and welcome back to Detective Butler Maiden Voyage Murder. In the last episode, or chapter 1, we basically met a couple main characters, Galvano the dad, Gilligan the little kid, and we met Eliza, one of the co-workers, Howard, and Blythe. They were all co-workers of Galvano. And we're also back here with this guy who we don't know, and we also met a girl that entered his room in the last episode. But anyways, let's continue. Oh look, it's that guy again. What was his name? I don't think he ever told me. He looks over this way, noticing our large group. Then he takes a small notepad out of his pocket, turning to one of the middle pages. You're Gilligan Golder, right? How'd you know my name? These people you've been chatting with all have an emblem on their clothes. The logo of the G.G. Incorporation, the famous life insurance company centered in New York. That made me think of a new article I wrote about their press conference. Did some research and found their CEO, Gilligan Golder, with a son named Gilligan. Hello, are you a news reporter? I'm Eliza Jones, head of public relations. So if you'd like to do a story on our company, pleasure to meet you. I'm a journalist for the Lighthouse Chronicles, the local paper. I'm here to do a story on the ship, but I suppose I could write something up for you too. Just call me Butler. That'd be wonderful. Here's my business card. Howard's my name. Butler, huh? I'm Howard Ewan, the company's COO. Pleased to meet you. Blythe Calico, company CFO. Nice meeting you. The other two and Butler's business cards as well. And here's my card too. He takes out some business cards, handing them out to each other. Detective Butler. Excuse me. Wait a minute, you're a detective? Not yet, but I've got to start somewhere. One day, though, I'll be the greatest detective in the world. You mean like Sherlock Holmes? Yup. Working as a journalist in the meantime should be a good way to find interesting cases to solve. Makes sense, although I've read some mystery novels. They didn't interest me much. So in other words, you're a casual. Hey, what's wrong with my taste in books? I never said it was wrong, just giving an opinion. You truly are a journalist? I wonder where my dad went. Dunno, but he sure is taking a while. I've got my own agenda, so I'll be going now. Ciao. What? Butler tips his hat to everyone, turning towards the staircase, and leaves me with the company members. The atmosphere quickly returns to its foreign state. Ooh. Eventually, some men in suits turn the corner of the hallway. My father's among them. Sorry to keep you waiting. But like I said, I had to deal with some business back there. Figured I should be productive while my kid is slacking off. He turns to the men, saying something I can't hear out at this distance, and proceeds to walk towards our group, leaving the others behind. Anyways, I was discussing something with the captain in his room. He's a real nice guy. He said he'll show us the VIP dining area in a moment. You met the captain himself? If I'm not mistaken, Galvano, you're friends with the captain, aren't you? That's right. It's a long story, so I won't bore Gilligan here with the details. We've been good friends for some time. Ha 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 ha! The men in suits suddenly part like the Red Sea, and a man clad in white steps between them. From his appearance alone, anyone could tell he is the captain of this ship. Welcome aboard our cruise ship. Jack is his name. I, Captain Jack Equinox, sincerely hope you enjoy your stay. He gives everyone a salute as if to make himself appear even more charismatic. No doubt he wants to impress us. He then extends his hand out to each of us, formally welcoming us onto the ship. I shake his hand to thank him, but only to remain polite. I'm still doubtful this cruise will be any fun. Shortly after, the men surround the captain, forming a semicircle behind him. It was almost as if they were lining up behind a general on the battlefield, ready to serve his every command. Each one of them looked as tall, as menacing as a real soldier. I wouldn't be surprised if they were all war veterans, or at very least bodybuilders. I probably shouldn't do anything to get on their bad side. Now then, I'll be glad to show you all the way to the VIP seating. Please follow me. Alright, we're going to the dining room. Sorry. The VIP setting is as fancy as I was expecting, of course. It's nothing that I haven't seen before, but this time, it's on a cruise ship. The men in suits had decided to surround our whole group as we walked by. Seems they would not only protect the captain, but any VIP guest as well. Our group is led past most of the tables to a special seating area reserved for the VIP passengers. Here you are. We take our seats at the VIP only table covered with elegant cloth and adorned with bottles of champagne. Hehehe, what a nice place. Thanks, Jack. No problem, Mr. Golder. Our head chief will be right with you. Please enjoy your meal. And with that, the captain and his men disappear into the crowd. Howard Eliza Blythe, thank you. It's all because of your hard work that we were able to dine here tonight. I order these drinks and appetizers for all of us to celebrate the company's miraculous success. What an incredible year it's been. So many ups and downs. Yeah, for a while I thought we were totally finished. Now we can finally relax, and the company lives on. Smiles rise on each of their faces, showing their pride in their accomplishments. This is their victory party, after all. I know very little of what happened in that company because I never sought to be part of it. But that's okay. Regardless of the reason, all of us are here together on this cruise ship. A few minutes later, my father takes his glass of champagne. He holds it up high above the center of the table. So, let's have a toast to the success of the company, past, present, and future. Then, the five of us speak at once to the success of the company, past, present, and future. Clang! Our glasses of champagne touch, and we each proceed to take a sip. Gah! I spilled some on the tablecloth, but I don't think anyone noticed. Two more of those men in suits approach our table, each one pushing a serving cart stocked with food, but this time someone else accompanies them. He looks like a chef or something given his attire. Good evening, everyone. I am the head chef, Donald Arkley, and tonight I shall have the pleasure of serving you all at a festistic dinner. Ho 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 ho! He seems like a cheerful enough old man. That walking cane in his hand doesn't slow him down one bit. Ah, Donald, nice to see you again after so long. You know, I was really surprised to hear the great Galvano was coming here. I had no idea if I'd ever see you again. Ha 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 ha! Same here. Who would have thought I'd get a second chance to taste your delicious cooking? Indeed, the old man looks around at the table, keeping a smile on his face. Let's see, I know Galvano, but the rest of you were all new faces to me. It turns out that my father has met Donald at a high-class restaurant years ago. My father regularly visited California for various business trips, and there was one time he needed to go to a restaurant, or maybe he was just hungry, and slacked off a bit. In any case, it seemed Donald was eventually fired from his old job But once he learned this cruise ship needed a professional chef, he was back and working in the world again. I can't even imagine working at his age, but he really must be finding it worth the effort. A pleasure meeting you all. Now then, the food is ready. It's a special treat for the VIPs on the house. One by one, the men distributes the plates from the serving cart around the table. Donald simply leans back on his cane, making sure nothing goes wrong. Each plate is loaded with all kinds of fancy food. Now that looks pretty good, don't it, guys? I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get all their names right. Nonetheless, we'll be eating dinner fit for a king and his men. I'm sure my father would order no less of a meal. The main dish consists of lamb, bacon roasted, loin, neck, croquette, with confit, butternut squash, and finally a sweet pepper reduction. I see, just as I thought. I've tried making the lamb at home, but it never looks this good. And don't forget to leave room for dessert. Our specialty ginger milk chocolate cream mix, light granite, I don't know if I'm saying this right, spiced bread, and to the top of it all, slices of passion fruit. Oh, we will. All this food looks great. Donald smiles and walks back to the kitchen along with the other two men who followed him here. I'm normally a slow eater, but I was able to clean my plate rather fast this time. That's because I never really stopped to join the conversation, nothing I'm interested in talking about anyway. I look over to see where Donald went. He's standing near another table, but the person sitting there, Detective Butler, is none other than Butler, being served by their head chef as well. Apparently they're wrapped up in their own conversation, but I can't hear a word. Was he being treated as a VIP guest too? From time to time I glance over there and see the two of them still talking. Whatever is going on over there must certainly be more than interesting than this conversation. Hey, Gilligan! What you looking at? Oh, nothing. Wahahaha! Of course it's nothing. Why don't you chat with us for a bit instead of staring out into space? I wouldn't know what to say. I'm sure you have lots of interesting things to talk about. Yeah, Gilligan's a very interesting young man. Wahahaha! I'm not too sure about that. Noticing that our plates and bowls are empty, Donnelly finally shows up. I'm saved. I glance over at Butler's table with Donald and asks everyone how much they enjoyed the meal. Naturally, they all give compliments. He's writing in a notebook. I wonder what it says. Almost as if he heard my question, he looks back at me, opening the notebook and sitting it up on the table, open to a page near the center. I know I'm good looking, but it's not polite to stare, Gilligan. I jump back in my chair and turn my head in embarrassment. Then I turn around once more and give him a disgusted glare. In response, a cruel smirk rises on his face. Looks like he got some enjoyment out of that. Damn it! Better pay attention to what's going on at my table, then mess with that guy again. Well then, that concludes dinner. I'll be on duty to serve you all tomorrow night as well. Finally, standing by politely tucking in our chair underneath the table. We say our farewells to the good chef and leave the dining hall. Galvano says, I'm going to head back to my room. Gilligan? I think I'll explore the ship a bit. I've just had enough staying in my room. Good call. I'll do the same. I heard there's a nice bar around here. Oh, is there? And isn't there a sauna too? Maybe we can arrange something later. Don't take too long, Gilligan, or you'll be locked out of your own room. Well, unless you get that cute maid to open the door. The three of the men split up, leaving me all by myself. No, there's still one other person here. Blythe? Oh, I didn't realize you were standing there. I thought you had already left. Not yet. I just want to make sure you're okay. You look bored out of your mind all day. Yeah, thanks, but I'm fine. I mean, this cruise just isn't my cup of tea. You sure? I mean, your father can be rather strict and sometimes unfair. It must be very stressful tagging along with him and constantly being in his shadow. Heh, that's true. But what else can I do? That's just how things are. Well, if there is ever a problem between you and your father, I'll be on your side. After thanking Blythe once more, she takes her leave, going down the hall. I'll take a short walk around the ship to clear my mind. Maybe I'll stumble upon something interesting like that cute maiden. I ascend the stairs nearby, going up to the 6th deck. Looks like no one else is out here. Even though it's summer, the nighttime breeze gives me chills. It's a really lonely feeling. Facing the pitch black ocean, all I can see is the black night sky, and not even the stairs are there to guide me, only clouds. A dark, hopeless future. I'm an embarrassment to my father. The son of the CEO isn't really that amazing after all. I can't live up to my father's name. I honestly don't even want to. I just don't even want to. Anybody's name but his. Living a life for the sake of pleasing someone who has no concern for you. That isn't living, right? Am I really just a puppet of my father's wishes? Oi! I turned to where the voice came. It's Butler! What are you doing out here? I could ask you the same thing. I do what I want because I'm Butler. That's reason enough. Anyways, it's nothing. You wouldn't understand. Don't get all emo on me, kid. Tell me what's wrong. My life is a lie. I have no friends because I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. And it wasn't even by my own will. No friends, huh? Yeah, you know a person's environment can make all the difference in their happiness. Sometimes people just can't get along with each other. I'd be happy if I could just go somewhere far away from home. And where is home? The city over there? It used to be. If I had the choice, I'd live there again. Then all the way across the country? I see. So you moved around a lot as a kid. Not a lot. Just once. But it was enough to leave an impression. I was the same, so I could never make any friends. What kind of places did you live at? I can't remember, too long ago. And memories I'd rather not relive. I wish I could forget. My mother died when I was young. I don't want to get into the details. Sorry to hear that, but your father is still alive, right? My father is already dead to me. I've hardly looked him in the eye since the day my mother died. Am I supposed to feel sorry for him, even after all the crap he's put us through? To fool his own ego? All these years, I haven't been able to say it to anyone. Who would believe that the son of a famous and respected guy like him is such a mess? If only they knew the truth about him. I grip the metal bars of the rain, holding tight. My resentment channels itself into anger, and my knees collapse from under me. I know that my emotion can get the best of me sometimes, but saying my thought out loud to a total stranger willing to listen to some kid's problem, it helps. Between truth and happiness, you can't have both. He lends me his hand. I take it and stand back up. But more people learn, the more they want to hide from the truth. It's a depressing reality, but you can't let them stop you. If you do, then you're just another idiot. What do you mean, truth and happiness? What are you doing all alone out here? You're bored, aren't you? You're searching for an answer? Just think, how many hundred people are on this boat? They're all here on vacation, right? Well, except the workers. But it's an escape for them. From reality. Right? When people aren't happy, they look for the truth. And when people are happy, they tend to run from it. And if you ask me, the truth is worth finding. Why is the truth worth finding? If it's such an unhappy thing, wouldn't those people who would run from it really know what they're doing? Maybe they're not idiots after all. It's because those who run from things always find it catching up to them. And then they don't know what to do. But those who think things out will always be prepared for what's next. I can tell just from talking to you today that I like your style. That means you're an honest and truthful person. You're not afraid to look truth in the eye when the others cower back in fear. And I should be proud of that? I should be proud of that I'm unhappy? Right. You just need a bit more confidence, that's all. It's a lonely place at the top, you know. Detective reaches into his coat pocket, pulling out a hand-sized notepad. Here, take this. You might need something to help you remember your name. A notepad? What do you want me to do with it? Live, and don't forget it. Write in it every day. That way you'll have something to reflect on when you end up like this, and you'll see how stupid you're being right now. I see. It really is easy to forget. It's so easy to forget about how fragile life really is. I'll show you a neat trick. Flip to the very center of the book, and right from there, working your way from the inside to the outside. It'll make it completely unreadable to anyone other than you. Or at least anyone else who doesn't know the tricks. That's cool. Did you come up with that yourself? Sure did. So if you try it and steal it, I'll sue you for copyright infringement. Or haha. Anyway, it seems like good advice, so I'll take it. You should always take my advice. Listen to me and you'll get far in life. Sure. Well, my work here is done. Shall we go back? Yeah, the two of us head back inside. Looks like this is where we part ways. Yup. Well, we'll run into each other again. Yeah. We're stuck here together, aren't we? Unfortunately. Bonne nuit! Hi. It means good night. Oh, good night and thanks. Butler walks to the door labeled 501 and swipes his key through the lock. Guess I should knock out my father's inside to let me in. Welcome back! My father opened the door for me. Sucks not having the key for myself. Thanks. I plop onto the edge of the bed away from the door and take off my shoes, ready to go to sleep. You're smiling? It's the first thing in a long time. I'm slightly impressed. The cruise might not be a bad idea after all. Just slightly? Huh. I was hoping for more than that. Life's a little bit better when you meet interesting people. That's true. Making connections with a wide range of people is good for business. It's not just what you know, but the people you know that'll get you places in life. My father laughs to himself for a bit, but I'm too tired to really care. Maybe I could end this night on a good note after all. I'm sorry, Gilligan. You're sorry? That kind of came out of nowhere. I've wondered what I could do to make things better, but you're never cooperative about it. It hasn't been the same since Mom died. You know that. And I don't think there's anything you can do. I've tried to move on since that day. You seem to have put all your energy into the company since then. And maybe I can understand why. Isn't it like a second family to you? In certain ways, I suppose. If I had a choice, I would never have moved away. But you used Mom's death as an excuse to go start a new life for yourself somewhere else. And you just forgot about me. That's not true. You don't remember, huh? I had to abandon everyone and everything on a whim just because of that. It was for our own safety, believe me, I know what I did. Have a little more respect for your own father. Respect? You think I still have any respect for you after what happened to Mom? We would have been safer if you hadn't. Quiet! I didn't do a damn thing to her. That wasn't my responsibility. No matter how many times you deny, do you really think I'll believe you? I know what you were up to, whether you admit it or not. It's your fault that Mom had to die. Gilligan. Well, isn't it true? What do you have to say? Gilligan, You'll do what? I'll talk to the others. I had hoped you wouldn't inherit the company, but I guess that won't be happening. I can't force you, so I'll have to choose a different successor. You're willing to do that, huh? And what do you think that would accomplish? It's the one thing you've asked me of the 10 years. And you are my son after all. I'm not the monster you think I am. Alright then, thank you. I'll see you in the morning. Good night, Gilligan. Good night. And with that, I turned off the bedside lamp, crawl into the blankets, and close my eyes. Tomorrow can't come soon enough. Chapter 3, Legends of the Couple. Something. Anyways, guys, that is going to wrap up Chapter 2 of Detective Butler Maiden Voyage Murder. Wow. That was so intense at that last part. Very, very intense. At the end, he was happy. Then he finally sticks himself up. Gilligan finally sticks up for himself and says, "Father, I'm not joining that company." And the father, and he said, "Isn't that true? You did something to Mom." And voila. The father is not forcing him to enter the company as of yet, as we know. But thank you, everyone, so much for watching Chapter 2 of Detective Butler Maiden Voyage Murder. If you guys did enjoy, please consider leaving a like. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. And so thanks again, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone.